Today we're going to make this easy melting snowman craft.
For today's craft, you're going to need some scissors, a pencil, glue, and an assortment of paper. I'm using white, some black, brown, and some orange. So go grab what you have and let's get started. The first thing I want to do is to make the base of my melted snowman. So my snowman has melted. So I'm going to take my pencil and just draw a blob. So I'm going to curve just any way that I want. So go ahead, you're going to draw some sort of blob and then cut it out. There I have my melted portion of my snowman. Now, what you need to do is this white piece of paper is just cut out a little rectangle. You don't have to measure, but just a little rectangle that is big enough. So let me show you here. Sorry, I'm stuck. There we go. A rectangle that's big enough that you can roll. So we want to be able to roll it. Now, if I were just to use my fingers, you can see that it's probably the length, and I have bigger fingers, or probably have longer fingers than you. So it's the length of two of my fingers, if that helps.
Before we continue, I forgot that you are going to need a black marker, crayon, or pencil crayon, so please go and grab one.
I'm going to use this black piece of paper so that my marker doesn't go through. I'm going to go right in the middle. I'm going to draw a circle, another circle. I'm leaving a space for my nose, and then I'm going to draw a whole bunch of circles in the shape of a smile. Once I have that, I'm going to take my orange piece of paper, and I want a triangle nose, so I'm just going to draw a triangle about the size that will fit in the space for my piece of paper. And I'm going to cut that out and glue it on. Once you have your nose glued on and you have your smile, we're going to put a little bit of glue on one side of that white rectangle and gently roll it over to meet the other side where you put your fingers down and push so that it sticks. So just push, 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 push. Then you're going to find any place on top of your white blob here, and you're going to glue that down. And I just stick my finger right inside to push to make sure it stays. Now, as our snowman is melting, we need a hat for that snowman. So I'm going to make a hat. To do that, I'm using my black, and all I'm doing is making a square to start. So here I'm just making a square. I'm going to cut that square out. Then I am going to cut out a rectangle that is a little bit longer and it's narrower, so it's going to go at the bottom of my hat. So I'll cut out a thin rectangle. And that's going to be for the bottom of my square, which makes my hat. So I put a little bit of glue that down. There I have my hat. And as my snowman was melting, his hat fell off. So when I glue my hat down, I'm just going to glue it not on top of my snowman's head, but to the side. You could call it a snow person. Doesn't have to be a snowman. Now I'm going to say that my snow person was wearing some buttons, so I'm going to cut out a few buttons. So out of that black piece of paper, I'll just cut a narrow strip to start. And then I'm just going to chop little buttons. 1, 2, 3. I'm just going to use 3. And those, as everything is melting, just drifted. So I'll put one here. Let's pretend one drifted over here. You can pick your spots. One drifted over there. Then I want to use my brown, and I'm going to make some arms. To do that, I'm going to fold it in half so that I draw one and cut once, and I'll end up with two that are congruent, same shape, same size. I'm going to start at the bottom. I'm going to draw a long line, lift up, Move over, draw a parallel line to that one, then go up and draw a diagonal line on the left, draw a diagonal line on the right, jump over to the one on the left and draw another diagonal line, jump over to the one on the right, draw another diagonal line that comes in, close that off, and cut it out. Now we're going to do the same thing. You have to choose a spot where you want to glue your arms. I'm just going to pick this spot here and like this maybe? Yeah, perfect. And there we go. If you like this craft, please make sure you give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe.
Thanks for joining me on Craft Club for Kids. Remember, be creative and have fun.